He was young. That was his constituency. That's where he spent all of his time. And he knew that even on the right side of the aisle, they had turned and were turning on Israel. And knowing all of that, he told Tucker to go out there and do all the things Tucker did. Go Max, he said.
So Megyn Kelly, I'm on a roll with Megyn Kelly today. She released a behind-the-scenes footage of Charlie Kirk telling Tucker Carlson to go Max ahead of his TPUSA event, where he questioned if the Mossad was behind Jeffrey Epstein. It backs up what Tucker said Charlie told him, she notes. Let's watch this. You might need to turn it up at the beginning and then turn it down. Hang on.
I found a video.
So that was it.
Me, Tucker, and Charlie speaking backstage right before Tucker went out. Tucker and I were talking. Charlie came over and interrupted for just a second. And you can hear him on this tape, which I've listened to many times. It's very clear on my phone, less clear here probably as we play it. But he says to Tucker, go Max. He interrupts the conversation because he has to say to Tucker something. And what was so important to him to tell Tucker was, go Max. Here it is.
Go Max.
So that's him saying, go Max.
It's quick. It just happens to be on tape. And it backs up what Tucker said. And so I just think we need to be realistic. Charlie understood what was happening to the conservative movement over Israel. He probably understood it better than any of us because he absolutely loved Israel. And yet he represented and was of young people. He was young. That was his constituency. That's where he spent all of his time. And he knew that even on the right side of the aisle, they had turned and were turning on Israel. And knowing all of that, he told Tucker to go out there and do all the things Tucker did. Go Max, he said. Now, why did he do that? Because he knew there was a faction within the conservative movement that needed a voice. They needed somebody to put their thoughts and their complaints and their objections into words in a public setting and not just cede the whole argument to the other side, which has been dominating conservative thought and media forever, the Mark Levins of the world. And so it's one of the many reasons why I really object to this attempt to otherize, snuff out the voice of Tucker Carlson. Charlie knew exactly where Tucker stood on these issues and wanted him, and I quote, to go Max. The answer to what is happening right now on the conservative half of the aisle is not to silence Tucker, to diminish him to the point where he doesn't have followers. Not that that's possible, you lunatics, or to try to delegitimize Tucker. If anything, Tucker is a remaining voice for Charlie, whose views were changing himself.
Wow. So good on Megyn Kelly. I give her a hard time when she deserves it, and I give her praise when she deserves it. So good for her on that. She didn't have to show that video. She didn't have to reveal that the people who are attacking Tucker Carlson are liars. She didn't have, but she is. She's revealing that. So good for her. She didn't have to tell, she didn't have to mention Mark Levin's name, who will, I'm sure, say horrible, nasty things about her. So good for Megyn Kelly on that. And there it is. There is Charlie Kirk telling Tucker Carlson, go Max, M-A-X, go Max. And meaning, yeah, let people give voice to the conservatives out there that are sick and tired of Israel first policies in this country. Go Max. So good on Megyn Kelly for finding that clip, and for when she did find it, for showing it and then giving context to it afterwards. So, I give Megyn Kelly a hard time because some of the things she says, just doesn't pass the smell test for me. But good for her. She's sticking her chin out on this. So I think that's good. And if she really doesn't watch Candace Owens' show, which is what she says repeatedly, I don't watch it. I encourage her to watch it. I would encourage her to watch it. It's the #1 show, conservative show in the world. Maybe you want to watch. Maybe you want to take some time out and watch it. I don't know. So good for her. And tip of the hat, and tip of the hat to Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk knew what was going on with Israel. In fact, as we know, one of the last things he said before he was assassinated in a text message was, "I can no longer support the Israel project," and that he was being bullied by his Jewish donors, and that they play into every anti-Semitic trope there is. That's what Charlie Kirk said, and there he was telling Tucker Carlson, "Go Max." So he knew that Israel was a cancer inside the conservative movement, and he was going to try and do everything he could to save the conservative movement from that cancer. And unfortunately, he met an untimely assassination just when he was starting to publicly turn on them. Isn't that? It's very interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, if you'd like to see my jokes about the FBI handling this investigation, come see me in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. I'll be in Burbank, California the day after Thanksgiving. That's November 28th. It's a Friday. Most people are off. I'm not. December 6th in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And January 11th, we're going to be on Waikiki Beach at the Blue Note Theater. It's a beautiful theater right on the beach. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Come see us in Australia. Second show's added in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. We'll see you in Burbank, California the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Friday. And then Pottstown, Pennsylvania, December 6th. Plus, January 11th, we're going to be in Waikiki at the Blue Note. Tickets not available yet for them, but go to jimmydore.com for a link for all the other tickets.